My apologies, Member for Strathfield. I should have called you before.
All good,
My
Madam
apologies.
Speaker. Thank you. This year marks the 175th anniversary of the University of Sydney, Australia's first university founded in 1850 on Gadigal land. When the University of Sydney opened its doors, it did so with a vision that was radical for its time, a public university that would be open to all, regardless of religious belief or social class. And in 1881, it became one of the first universities in the world to admit women on the same basis as men, a principle of fairness embedded into its DNA. Since then, the University of Sydney has been home to many of Australia's greatest minds. 8 Prime Ministers, 5 Nobel laureates, countless High Court judges, Rhodes Scholars, artists and advocates. But perhaps its greatest achievement is the thousands of ordinary graduates who carry the spirit of inquiry and public service into classrooms, clinics, courtrooms, laboratories and communities across the country and across the world. I'm proud to be one of them. I studied arts law at the University of Sydney, walking sandstone corridors steeped in history, sitting in lectures that stretched my thinking, taught by professors whose names are still etched in my memory, because they taught me not just what to think, but how to think. I remember fondly Professor Alice Tay, the Professor of Jurisprudence, who taught me jurisprudence and constitutional law, and who said that what's laid behind her lectures was not so much the facts and figures that I would learn, but the point that we would question the knowledge that we were given. We would question the state of our society and our community and ask, what's wrong with this? How can we make it better? The University of Sydney is a place of immense intellectual breadth. From veterinary science to architecture, from economics to education, from biomedical engineering to classics and ancient history, the University of Sydney brings together a dazzling array of disciplines, each contributing to the richness of our society. It's home to leading thinkers in law and public policy, mental health and neuroscience, music and the creative arts, nanotechnology, agriculture and sustainability. Its research centres address some of the biggest questions we face as human beings: how we age, how we power the planet, how we govern and how we heal. Let's remember that the first genetic sequence of the coronavirus was done via a partnership between the University of Sydney's Professor Eddie Holmes and researchers from China's Fudan University. And it's not just a place of academic excellence, it's a place that fosters critical citizenship. That's never been more important, Madam Speaker, because a strong tertiary sector is not just an economic asset, it's a pillar of Australia's strategic power. Our universities build soft power in our region. They generate knowledge, attract global talent, forge international partnerships, and train the doctors, engineers, diplomats, and leaders of tomorrow. They help our nation renew itself. They help us make a contribution to solving the greatest challenges facing our world. And at the time when disinformation, authoritarianism and polarisation threaten the democratic world order, institutions like the University of Sydney are bulwarks of truth, debate and inclusion. Their role in defending open inquiry and democratic values cannot be overstated. The future of Australia depends on how well we invest in our people, and that means valuing education not as a commodity but as a public good. We must protect and strengthen our universities, not as training grounds for jobs, but as incubators of ideas, of connection, and of our national character. To all the students, staff, alumni, and all who have shaped the University of Sydney over these 175 years, I want to say thank you. To all those who will shape the next 175 years, may you continue to carry forward the spirit of openness, excellence and service that defines this great institution. Happy anniversary to the University of Sydney. May its light continue to shine. Hear, hear.
Thank you. I call the member for Newcastle.
Thank you.